Means the diode will be, let us take, diode will, if the practical diode is forward biased only after the input is crossing zero point 0.7, and if you want the half wave rectifier to be operated, the input voltage is less than zero point 0.7, then that whatever the circuit is there here is useless. So to avoid this disadvantage, we are going for the uh, circuit shown here, precision half wave rectifier. For the precision half wave rectifier, if you apply the input, you will get the outputs, even though whether it is ideal diode or practical diode, you will get the exact at the output. You will get the exact input. This is output. This is input. You see the operation of this during positive half cycle. This diode becomes forward biased and replaced with short circuit. Then you see the equivalent circuit will be during positive half cycle. It is an voltage follower. Whatever is there at the input in positive cycle, the output V naught equal to, so this will be V naught, this will be V in. So during positive half cycle, the circuit here acts as a voltage follower, V naught equal to V in. So during negative half cycle, the circuit will be, the diode becomes reverse biased. The op amp is operating in open loop case now. This is the equivalent circuit during negative half cycle. Minus. So just please observe here. So the operation amplifier is operating open loop. The output will be saturated, but we are measuring the output at here. Between there, the discontinuity is there. The output available here is, so here during negative half cycle. During negative half cycle, here is the input is there at inverting terminal. During negative half cycle, the output at here is, because during negative half cycle and minus terminal is connected here like this, and here the output will be minus Vsat, but final output V naught is 0 because there is a discrepancy is there here. So we are going from ordinary half wave rectifier to precision half wave rectifier only to get the exact input at the output section. Whatever input waveform you are applying, same has to appear at the output. Even if the whatever the diode we are using is practical diode, right? Whatever the analysis you basically understand is for ideal diode, and if you read for practical diode for this circuit shown here, ordinary half wave rectifier, so this is the output waveform you got. So means you see the output also, actual input is, let us say, 5 volts. The output is 3 volts only you are getting. In some signal is also, some signal strength is also you are losing. So to avoid all this, we are going for the precision rectifier. Precision rectifier can able to detect the zero, very less voltage signal, and also as it is the amplifier circuit, here we use voltage follower. Instead of this voltage follower, if you connect any of the inverting or non-inverting amplifier circuit, so that you can even get half wave rectifier plus amplification also. This is about the, sorry, some of the basics about the precision half wave rectifier. We will see the circuit simulation now. I'm doing the circuit simulation in multisim online. I'm sharing the screen, please wait. I guess you can able to see the multi-sim live window. So this is the circuit. So here left side all the circuit components whatever needed you can connect the circuit. So please note for op amp there are two variants were there. One is 3 terminal op amp and 5 terminal op amp. If you want to check with the power supplies also. If you want to connect the dual power supplies and the variations of dual power supplies or the effect of the variations of dual power supply and the output if you want to see, you can use 5 terminal op amp, or else simply you can use the 3 terminal op amp, which already internally the power supplies are already connected internally in order to connect externally. So for simplicity, I'm using 3 terminal op amp here. So I connected simple the circuit. You see, this is the blue color is output, and this is the input. And just simulating. So you just see here, you have four types of analysis are there: interactive, transient, and AC sweep and DC output. So better any of the most of the circuit you go for interactive. Automatically, whatever the output that the circuit is showing, you will get in the graph window. This is schematic window. So this here is the graph window, and both you can see simultaneously. So I put it my circuit analysis in interactive mode, and I am trying to simulate. Simulation is already running. I'll go for the. So we can see the graph window. The graph windows keep on running. So either if you are using mobile phone, you can pan across the screen to zoom in and zoom out of this graph window showing here. That is interactive one window. If you are using system, you can simply scroll the mouse so that the time period will vary. Simply scroll the mouse, so the time period will vary. And if you want to go to the settings of this interactive window, that is graph window. So here I am showing both circuit and graph. So I'm going only for graph now. You just see. So I'll go for settings. Settings here. Here the settings are there. So see here V1 and V3. So two signals. As you know, blue color is output and red color is the input. Or if you want to name it, stop the simulation. That you select the particular direct wire. Here ID is there. There you can give the name directly. And this is the output, right? So V3 is there. To type there, go on type there, give the name to that. Now again try to simulate. So it is easy to identify the what signal is what at the graph window. Now you see red color was the V in and blue was the output. So we are getting that right. Whatever the output we discussed, same output only we are getting of a rectifier. And if you want to see only one waveform, so here you just see these are the settings of this graph. See these settings of this graph. So if you unselect the whichever the waveform we don't want to see, so you can now this is see this is only the output. This is only the output. I just unselected the input, so it is only showing the output. So nothing will come. So this is the input, right? This is the input. So if the output is keep on changing, then if you want to stop, just stop here. The graph will stop. Just please observe the output waveform. I'll just show you what is the what is the output of general half-wave rectifier. And you can able to differentiate what is the specialty in precision half-wave rectifier. So the precision half-wave rectifier can able to detect very less amplitude signal, and the diode drop is not considered. That diode drop is almost negligible. That is 0.7 diode drop is almost negligible at the output of the precision rectifier. I'll just show now what actually the half-wave rectifier output will look like. General half-wave rectifier output will look like. Means the diode is, if the diode is practical diode. If you remember when you did in the lab, waiting for the project to. Okay, current is selected. I don't want current marker. Current marker is through. Just want voltage marker. Accordingly selected the voltage marker, and I'm seeing. So now we just see in the graph window that it is going away from the limits of 3 and 0. Want to see the proper graph? Go to settings. Just click on the axis. Automatically the output waveform will readjust. Output waveform will readjust. So now you just see, observe here, the input waveform, the input is here is red color, and see the output waveform. There will be a diode drop will be there always. And if you see the precision rectifier output, this diode drop will be eliminated if you use diode with op amp. That diode drop will be eliminated. So now we will see, this is about the precision half wave rectifier. And to get the precision full wave rectifier, there are so many ways. One of the ways, connect the two half wave precision rectifiers and connect those two outputs to the adder circuit of the op amp, and then you'll get the full wave rectifier output. But here I'm using a different way. I'm opening the one more window of multisim, show you the circuit. Waiting for the circuit to load.